Hi everyone, it's Helen here and thank you very much for joining me for today's video. So today we're going to be adding a spine to our album. I'm going to be popping onto the medium size, but here is the die set. This is the spine and book cover accessories die set. Now you may recognise this one from previous album dies, but we've redone the whole lot now and the spine cover didn't have a home. So we've created its own die set for it and added some extra bits as well, some extra dies. Now these are actually quite large. Let's have a quick look and then I'll be showing you what we can do. Tip everything out. So here we go. This is the die here. It's going to create this spine just here. It's just basically a cover to go over the spine that's already part of the mini album. Now it's designed to go with the small, the medium and also the large. Now on the back you have a cutting guide just so you know what size to cut it down to. Okay, so this is the large die there. Now we have 3 nesting dies for the curvy labels, and then we have another 3 nesting dies for the rectangular labels, and then we also have some corners as well. You can add them to the edges of your book just here, or you can add them as photo corners. You can get really creative. So today I'm going to be working with a medium album. Lots to show you guys today. So this is the medium album here. Now the covers, I will get questions about this, the covers have been made from my fabric paper. Here it is, it's back in stock. This is fabric paper Kraft finish. Absolutely love this one. You can put it in the washing machine, you can wash it and scrumple it up, and you can ink it, and so many different things that you can do with that. But make sure you wash it first before you make your album, and also before you die cut it, but that's for another video. So today we're going to be making a cover for this album. Now it naturally takes a little bit of a curve here, but when you make it, it will be on straight like that, but it does have a natural curve. So I'm going to be using the papers from the Scandi Dreams paper pack. So I'm going to be choosing this one. So I've trimmed it already down to an A4 size, just so it fits through my machine. This is quite a large die. So let's run that through. Again, if you wanted to make the spine cover from the fabric paper, that would look awesome as well. It would give it that really nice leather bound look as well. Okay, so that's die cut really nicely. Now one extra thing that I do like to do is I just like to reinforce the score lines. You don't have to do this, but I like to reinforce the outer edge score lines. So I just need a larger scoreboard for this one. There we go. And then we can just quickly fold that over. Okay, and now I need to trim this down. It should be 6 3/8 of an inch. So I'm going to need my bigger trimmer for this one, because my Tim Holtz one, it only goes up to 6 1/8, but we need to do the 6 3/8. Use my trusty Fiskars bypass trimmer here. So it's that measurement there. Trim that off. Okay, now as you can see, it now looks like that, but we want to make this curvy, so you can go in with your bone folder and curve it around like that, or you can go off the edge of your table just like that, and that will also give it a nice curve. There we go. So that is now ready to be popped onto our album. So because this is the lovely fabric paper, I didn't want to cover it up basically. So I thought if I do a nice feature spine on there, I can then add a few more bits of decoration, you know, trim out some of the patterns here and add my label dies as well. You know, this way that would look really nice, especially if I'm complementing this paper too and using other papers from the pack. It's going to look really, really nice. So let's get this popped on. I am going to use a bit of tape because it is on the fabric glue, and I will be using glue as well. Did I say fabric glue? Fabric paper. So it's perfectly fine to use both of the tape and the glue. Okay, and then my little trick is to press this down with a bone folder. That pushes out all of the air bubbles and it pushes the adhesive right into the fibres of the paper. Really gives that really good bond. Okay, I'll take off just the first layer on one side, and I'm going to add glue all over. And I'm going over the tape, which is perfectly fine as well. The tape's going to hold it there whilst the glue dries. It doesn't interfere at all. So I'm going to start off with the back end first. Actually double check that you have it in the right orientation. I do. Especially if you have pockets on the top. So I'm just lining up the corners here, and because I've used the glue I have a little bit of wiggle room just to get that in the right place. And when I'm happy that that's there in the right place, we can do another half dry run just to check that's all good. Yep, and we can then do the other side. Probably put a bit too much there. I'm just going to wipe that. Okay, so I'm going to lift up this top cover. Now if you're wondering how I made the cover is die cut using the same page die as all of the other pages, so it's exactly the same. It's just make your covers exactly the same as you've made the pages. There's nothing different there at all, nothing different at all, so it's all the same. Okay, and there we have our cover. Sorry, not our cover, our spine cover, and it's still got all those lines on there as well. And again, for a really striking look, you can go for a mirror card like Vicky's done with her one, or you can go for a lovely glitter one as well. Now on this one I've popped it over the page mat so you can really see it, or you can be more subtle and you can pop the page mat over the top. I've got another sample here to show you, this one here. Now this one I've kind of done the same kind of colours here, so the backing is lilac and this is just a slightly darker lilac as well. Okay, so that is super easy to pop on, a lot of fun, and it really does add that extra finishing touch to your albums. So this is the spine and book cover accessories die set. I love this one. I'm so glad it has its own set now. If you already have the spine cover from previous sets, you probably won't need this one because you'll have this die already. However, if you want to get all these extra dies, you can do as well. Okay, so everything that I've used today is listed down below in the description box. If you like this one, give me a thumbs up and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye for now.